This beautiful building blends the architectural features of the traditional Oxford colleges with the forms and styles of the classical period of Islam. The result is a unique symbol of the harmony between two ancient traditions of scholarship brought together for the pursuit of knowledge.
It will provide a focal point for international collaboration and will accommodate those academic, social and residential facilities essential for the collegiate life of a community of scholars. The Oxford Centre of Islamic Studies is a recognised independent centre of the University of Oxford. We are here inside the Oxford Centre of Islamic Studies, which was established in 1985 to encourage Islamic studies and scholarly.
The centre also provides a meeting point for Western and Islamic culture and has been globally attracted. It has now become used to students all around the world and also become a tourist attraction. So we're going to go in and take a look around at the different features. Whilst entering the centre, we were greeted by the largest cabinet in Europe, which holds the holy cloth from the Kaaba, which was donated by Saudi Arabia and weighs 80 kilos. The cloth embroidered with verses from the Quran, woven of silk and cotton, dyed black and embroidered in gold thread. The cloth is changed each year in Mecca and the old one is cut up and given to pilgrims.
On the wall there is Islamic calligraphy, cut out of wood and framed for visitors to see whilst entering the building. We were given a guided tour by Gordon Brown, who is a member of the Islamic Centre. During the tour we were shown different parts of the building, including the outside courtyard and the inside praying facilities.
Currently stood inside the prayer room, which is located inside the Islamic Centre of Islamic Studies in Oxford.
Yeah, a lot of money was invested in the centre, and a lot of it was spent in the prayer room. You can see that by looking at the design. The prayer room has a lot of features, including wooden Arabic calligraphy around the walls, and has shelves in each corner containing the Holy Quran in several languages, as the centre is used by a diverse community. Located at the back of the prayer room, there is a balcony for visitors to observe people pray, as the centre is designed for research purposes.
While standing in the prayer room, you can see the walls are covered in marble tiles, and where the Imam leads the prayers is also covered in Arabic calligraphy. Looking above, you can see the dome is covered with painted glass. From the outside, the dome is designed to fit into the Oxford culture, blending into the Oxford skyline. The centre provides a meeting point for the Western and Islamic worlds of learning. At Oxford, it contributes to the multidisciplinary and cross-disciplinary study of the Islamic world. Beyond Oxford, its role is strengthened by a developing international network of academic contacts. The work of the centre has attracted global attention and widespread support. Different parts of the centre is named after several different countries. For example, the courtyard is named after Istanbul Mosque. The inside prayer area is named after Sheikh Zayed Mosque in Abu Dhabi.
The Prince of Wales is the patron of the centre, and it is governed by a board of trustees consisting of scholars and statesmen from different parts of the world, alongside representatives of the Oxford University.
Our journey from the Oxford Centre of Islamic Studies took us to Blenheim Palace, located outside of Woodstock.
We're here at Blenheim Palace, birthplace of Winston Churchill, located just outside Oxford in Woodstock.
The palace was made in 1722 and since become one of the main attractions in Oxford. We're going to go take a look at the different surroundings and the gardens.
What makes the palace so special? Why are there so many people here? Let's find out. The palace was built in the early 18th century as a gift for John Churchill for winning the Battle of Blenheim. It was also given £240,000 prize money, and the palace was opened for the first time for the public in 1950.
It has now become a monument country house and one of the world's largest houses. As you can see, it's a very unique palace and has a combined use of a museum, family house and tourist attraction.
It's also the only non-royal place in the whole of the UK to be given the title palace.
It's surrounded by more than 2,000 acres of land and has one of the longest library containing over 10,000 books.
The palace has attracted worldwide attention, so people all over the world come to see this palace. The column of Victory was built in 1727 and was built in the northern part of Parkside and stands at 134 feet high. It is crowned by a lead statue of the first Duke of Marlborough, which depicts him dressed as a Roman general. The Grand Bridge was built in 1708 to link it with sides of the valley connecting it to the palace. It meant levelling the hill of which ruins of Woodstock Manor stood and using some of the masonry as rubble filling for the bridge.
In 1764, Capability Brown was brought in by the 4th Duke to remodel the gardens and the park. Brown landscaped the park to create interesting and changing views around a new lake. Brown wanted to make a perfectly natural landscape, but he did leave the 2 avenues of trees. He planted trees in clumps, apparently randomly, but in fact they were planted so that the view of the lake would alter as people move around the lake on horseback or in carriage.